Well, I really can't comment on that, but everybody is presumed innocent until proven guilty, and there's two sides to every story. And one thing I'd like to point out is that we've just heard one side of the story today from the state. And as a public defender, I don't normally try the case on a preliminary hearing because the standard is there enough evidence to send it to the grand jury for their consideration? And that usually happens in a case like this where there's some evidence. But when it gets to circuit court, we'll have an opportunity to put on our side of the case as well as the state's. And we just ask that nobody rush to justice in this case and that we wait and let a jury decide it. Well, I would assume it will be the following year, obviously after the first of the year sometime. Of course, the way the system works, I'm appointed on the case. We'd have to be reappointed by a circuit judge, one of the 3 circuit judges, when it gets there. My office will keep in contact with Mr. Pittman in the interim while his case is in limbo, but we won't be able to get discovery in the case, find out if we need any experts, look through the state's file until after arraignment. So that's really when a lot of the new work will get started, is after the arraignment date. Well, I really can't talk about our conversations, but I do want to say that that we are conversing, and he's being a good client. There's not any problems between the two of us. It's hard on everybody. I feel for the family of the lady Olivia that has lost her life here, and also for his family. And the family is in contact with me and is concerned, but they've asked that their privacy be respected, and I'm trying to honor that. It's obviously a very difficult time for them and everyone in this case. Well, for one thing, I believe that a jury has to decide who's telling the truth, not a witness. And there's some case law in Tennessee, I don't have it at the tip of my tongue or anything, but that a witness is not supposed to be able to say to a jury, at least, I feel this was true, I feel this statement was not true. And that's something we'll be looking at as well. I think whoever the trier of fact is, a jury probably in this instance, will have to listen to that audio and determine if emotion was shown. I will say, I don't normally state my opinion, but I will say it sounded like there was emotion in that audio. But it's not my opinion or anybody else's that counts, it's what the jury decides. Obviously, a defendant is allowed to either remain silent or take the stand in the trial. That decision will be made later on depending on the strength of the state's case and other factors. Also, we're allowed to put on other proof. I don't really know what all that will be until I see the entirety of the state's file. There'll be witness statements, police reports, other pictures. A lot more will come to light after we get what's called discovery in the case. Well, I have not heard that. And I believe that as far as I know, just my own personal knowledge, I haven't heard of any problems that he's caused. He's been very cooperative with me. And so I can't give you a reason for something I don't know about, so to speak, but I'm not aware of that. And he has been very polite and cooperative with me. That did happen in this case. I can't give you a lot of details, but here again, in a first-degree murder case, it's not unusual for someone, due to the complexity of the charges, the fact situation, and so forth, to be sent to Nashville to get the forensic team from Middle Tennessee to look at the case.